13 of EndZone is here. North Half Championships on the line. Starkville Yellow Jackets playing Oxford, trying to get their second win against the Chargers this year. The Tupelo Golden Wave with a home battle against Madison Central, looking to go to the 7A North Half. And the West Point Green Wave, they live in the 5A state title game. They're on their track there against Holmes County Central.
WCBI Sports EndZone Show is brought to you by Jax, Carl Hogan Toyota, Wade Incorporated, Southern Housing, and Clark Beverage Group.
Thank you so much for staying up with us, and welcome into week 13 of EndZone. It's not a typo. It's been a long season. It's been a fun season. We wouldn't want it any other way. Thank you so much to our sponsor, Jax, feeding the crew every week. They do a great job with that. It's delicious. You can't shoot football and produce the show without having a nice meal.
No, you can't.
Of course. Now, there are a couple of tiers of things that we are very excited about going into this. Number one is that, a trip to the North Half state title on the line for a majority of our teams that are not in either MAIS or West Alabama. But number two, Starkville and Oxford, two teams that have played each other before in our game of the week. Starkville ended up winning that game 33-13, but ever since, the Chargers really turned it up, have won every game since, and now are actually hosting this matchup. And this one, it was a fun one, but we had high expectations for it.
Yeah, and perfect timing right before the Egg Bowl to have this game with such high stakes. But I think one important thing I heard from Starkville head coach Chris Jones this week is that the postseason is a completely different season. It does not matter what happens. Starkville obviously suffering a really tough loss to Tupelo heading into the postseason, and then they beat South Haven 44-0. Obviously, Starkville beat Oxford earlier in the season, but kind of all that goes out the window when it's playoff time.
Yeah, and Starkville barely got in last year and ended up winning the state title.
Doesn't matter.
That just proves your point yet again.
Got to go 1-0 every week.
We could talk all night. Let's get to the highlights.
WCBI's High School Football Game of the Week is brought to you by Carl Hogan Toyota in Columbus.
Thank you so much to Carl Hogan Toyota. The brand new Toyota Crown, it only plays the best music.
Yes.
Well, that was a little T-Swift in there. Was that Cruel Summer?
No, it was not. But It was 1989 Taylor's version. It only plays Taylor's version.
You could tell Grace is the T-Swift
Go
expert.
get one, though.
I'm just kind of here for the ride. Let's get out to Oxford. Chargers, 6-game win streak, taking on Starkville. First possession, the Starkville defense coming to play. Mitchell Grand-Jean swings it to Dane Harmon, who gets hammered by Stonka Burnside, forcing that stop. Trey Petty dropping back, looking for a Braylon Jenkins, and he's found him for a nice gain. Petty, Mr. 7A, it's got to be a nice ego boost. He's a guy who's played on this stage before. A few plays later, Petty on the read option scampers into the end zone from 8 yards out. 2-point try is good. Jackets quickly up 8-0. Starkville defense, Grace, they kept flying around. Levi Blunt hauls it in with one hand, but has nowhere to go after the hit from Donelvin Jordan. And then early second quarter, the gives to Cortland Cooper with the tough run, fighting through the contact for the score. That made Starkville go up 14-0. So just before the half, Grand-Jean, with some time, airing it out, and he makes an acrobatic catch to Blunt. They can't scratch any points. Starkville goes into the half leading 14-0.
Defense wins championships, and, that's the goal. So if we're going to win, we got to continue to play good defense. I'm proud of them. At the end of the day, we got to be good in our areas. To me, this is the ultimate team sport. So when you got offense, defense, special teams, playing pretty good, I feel like that always increases your chances of winning. And tonight, I thought we played good in all phases. At the end of the day, there's nothing like the teacher of experience, I know what I mean? But, when you got guys like Trey and Stonka and, Jamar and Parker, guys who played a lot of football, man, and, the moment's not too big.
Defense sure does win championships. Starkville has not allowed a point in the postseason. That's pretty crazy.
That's insane. That's nuts. And this was a defensive battle as well. Tupelo hosting Madison Central. But the Jaguars ended up winning this one 14-12. Tupelo never ended up even leading in this game. Golden Wave fall 14-12. Madison Central, very good team, ended up winning the state title 2 years ago. A miraculous, great season for Ty Harden and company. He runs a great football program at Tupelo. They should be proud.
Now let's get a look at what our 7A North Half Championship game is going to look like. Starkville will host Madison Central next week. Winner punches their ticket to the championship.
Okay, yeah, no big deal, right?
Yeah, not a lot on the line.
Right, of course. Why don't we get out to Grenada and Warren Central?
Yes, why don't we? Warren Central hosting Grenada. Chargers on the first drive of the game, moves it easy. McCaleb Taylor just walks it in, 7-0 lead for Grenada. Still in the first quarter, Warren Central passing. And you shouldn't go there.
Ooh.
Jamani Washington says, I will take that. Comes up with a big-time pick. Very next drive, tip ball chance. Ward returns the favor, and they get their own pick. And I promise all good things come in threes. So in the second quarter, here we got another one. This
You gotta
time
shout out the
Ron
D-line
Hubbard.
too, man, hitting the ball
tough
at the line of
plays.
scrimmage.
Grenada, though, they scored points, and they scored more than Warren Central, 24-7. They are moving on.
Yeah, they will play South Panola in the 6A North Half state title game. All right, let's get to 5A. West Point at Holmes County Central. Grace, West Point, we spoke about it before. They live in the 5A state title game. They got a timeshare there. They just renovated the counters, the cabinets, all that good
stuff. They were
stuff.
planning on repainting the walls.
Of course, but while they were doing that, Holmes County Central ended up scoring a touchdown on the opening kickoff. But Green Wave respond. Quinterin Tillman Evans
Man, he can
ties
do
the
it
game
all.
up. He said, look, we're getting new drapes. You guys aren't preventing us from getting in there. Absolutely not. But then Holmes answers themselves. Garrison Davis, 1-yard touchdown run. And then we haven't mentioned his name yet. Kanan Daniels, the Florida commit. No chomp. It's a little more serious now. But they end up winning big 34-21. And then let's get some scores. Who are they going to be playing? Well, Clarksdale topped Lafayette 21-0. So let's take a look at 5A.
So that will be our matchup in the 5A North Half Championship. West Point and Clarksdale.
Should be a fun one, man. And Chris Chambliss and co., could they get back to Oxford to that state championship game?
Get
They'll have to find out
number
next week.
12.
Yeah, that would be huge. All right, so Caledonia and Louisville coming up next. The Power Cats, one of the 3 teams going for that 12th state title. West Lauderdale and the Houston Hilltoppers. And also Winona and the East Webster Wolverines in a shootout. It's all next.
Welcome back into EndZone, heading out to Louisville.
Wet
They're
and rainy.
hosting Caledonia. Yeah, rainy game. But you know what? Doesn't stop the Power Cats. Second down, Jalen Jordan gets the handoff, and he has a huge hole. That's what you do when it's raining. You run the ball.
And you also give, the rundown, your John Hancock and sign top 5 play
Yeah,
potential.
you do. 75 yards, not quite into the end zone, but they're going to give it right back to Jordan. Let him finish it off. He gets the 2-yard score. Extra point is no good, but Wildcats still up 6-0. Man, it's really coming down.
That guy needs a poncho.
He sure does. Caledonia trying to answer. Micah O'Daniel gets the toss pitch around the left side. Nice gain, but not enough. Drive stalls out. Louisville back on offense. Xavier Hunt rolls to his right, finds a wide open Jakevius Goss, and he would go all the way. 84 yards to the house for the score. 2-point conversion is good. That extends the Power Cat lead 15-0. And Louisville doesn't allow a single point. They win 39-zip.
There we go.
Don't call them Power Cats.
They are moving on. West Lauderdale and Houston. How about the comeback for this kid? Southern Miss commit Jalen Washington missed last season, or the majority of it. Great game tonight. I mean, I can't even keep track of how many yards that was. Maybe 1 billion, maybe 2.
Yeah,
I don't know.
we're not really good at counting over here.
No, that's
but
why
it's a
we
lot.
went into TV, of course.
Exactly.
7-0 lead, though, but then West Lauderdale's Travion Mosley gets something going for that offense, but now back to the Hilltoppers with that same score, and who else?
What are you going to do? Just keep giving it to
Oh,
him.
my goodness. Washington bounces off 2 defenders, gets to the sideline, tries to get a stiff arm in there, but he's like, wait, I'm faster than you. I'm already past you.
I mean, that kid is
Don't need to
so
stiff arm you.
resilient.
He is, man. He's trying to will his team to the next round. So now Caden Peoples takes it in there for West Lauderdale, gets them a touchdown. So now it's 14-7 after the give there to Cooper Luke. But now Washington yet again. He gets the hat trick. I know they're saying hockey, but that's a hat trick right there for Jalen Washington. They end up winning big time, 42-21. Houston moves on. So who they playing, Grace?
Let's see. Big reveal. Louisville and Houston in an all area for a North Half championship. It does not get any better than that.
Yep, and also reminder, Louisville, South Panola, and West Point all have 11 state titles. So, You know, this year, one of them can separate themselves and have the most state titles of any team in the state. Louisville still alive, West Point still alive in North Half, South Panola still alive as well.
And
That's
Houston's
crazy.
never made it to the state championship, so.
Well, that could be fun.
Two opposites there.
Yeah, no
now
doubt.
to East Webster. They are hosting the undefeated Winona Tigers. First quarter, 4th and 11. They're going for it. Caleb Warnock airs it out, and he just throws this absolute dime to Jerkel Ivy. 35 yards. Wolverines strike first, 7-0. Tigers respond with a quick drive, though, and they take one out of the Eagles' book. Tush push for Mr. Football and 3A Chase Richardson.
No Jason Kelsey, but it worked.
No Jason Kelsey. They're down one, though, because the 2-point does not work. Warnock hits Ivy again in the exact same spot. It is 14-6. East Webster. Hot start for the Wolverines. Winona looking to answer. Richardson picked off by Aldavian Hoskin.
There's Daisy.
I love Daisy. Just the sweetest girl in the entire world. Warnock airing it out, and the Tigers say uno reverse. Cameron Robinson with the pick for the Tigers. Takes it the other way. Winona with some momentum back. Tigers a couple yards out. Chase Richardson on the keeper. 2-point attempt is good too. Ties the game up at 14, and Winona just keeps it on the gas. 49-26 en route to a North Half championship.
Wow, you called it. You bet on them, on their future.
Did.
No doubt. All right.
They've been serious.
They have. Noxubee County, Jefferson Davis County, Camario Taylor to Ladarian Mosley. That's a 10-yard gain. But then, Jadquist Clark, quick slant over the middle. My favorite play in Madden and Noxubee County's favorite play tonight, it seems. That was a 55-yard touchdown.
That's crazy.
Big time play there. Top 5 potential, of course it is. That put them up 7-0. But Jeff Davis County trying to kind of move those chains. Noxubee County is a very tough place to play. So any form of momentum that you can get, you take, and moving the chains right there, well, that'll do it. Noxubee County, though, with the ball back. Taylor finds the Quadrion Welch, 10-yard gain, and then Taylor, the Mississippi State commit, to Mosley.
Just wide open.
Couldn't be.
I think they forgot
more
about it.
space. A blank space in the end zone,
Oh,
perhaps.
my goodness.
For a touchdown. Noxubee County wins at 29-22. So let's see some more 3A. Moorville falls to
Scorigami.
Amanda. I know. You should have seen Grace. She was dancing. She was jumping. She was so excited in the sports office when she saw Scorigami. You know, you can't.
But I am sad for the Troopers.
Yeah, Troopers, I mean, the move up to 4A, or down to 3A this year was a big one, and they had a great year after a disappointing one a year ago.
And let's get a look at the North Half of 3A first. Winona going to be taking on Amanda Elsie. Winner goes to the Ship. And we've got a team in the South now. So that's Noxubee County taking on Jefferson County. Thank goodness Noxubee County beat Jefferson Davis County, because that would have been really confusing.
Yeah,
but what we could set up for an all-Tiger, all-area state championship. I would love to see that happen.
That'd be great. That'd be big time, man. I'd be here for it. Up in Oxford, make it even more fun. All right, coming up next year on EndZone, Charleston, Hamilton, 2A. Could the Lions go to the North Half? We'll have that answer for you. Union, Calhoun City in a game that was decided by just one score. And Vardaman, the Rams, they're red hot. They haven't lost. Could they keep it going? Find out next. Welcome back to EndZone. The Hamilton Lions at home against Charleston. Those Tigers scored first up 6-0, but Hamilton responded. Justin Verner right up the middle. Someone called Staples. That was easy. Running the ball's easy for Hamilton. You know what else is easy? When it's raining. That makes the ground and pound much easier. I do. 14-6, Charleston. 3rd and 18 from the 40 and a jump ball. My goodness, man. Omar Wilson mosses his defender for the touchdown.
Crazy
that puts
stuff.
Charleston up 20-6. Same score later in the first. Latisse Edwards looking for DeAndre Riley on the quick screen, and he goes the distance, Hercules style. 2-point conversion was good, so Hamilton was down 28-6. The Lions needed to get to work, but second quarter now, Tigers with the ball again, still threatening. Marcus Flowers punches it in, put Charleston up 36-6, and this was all Charleston winning it 50-18. Congrats to Hamilton on a great year.
Out to Calhoun City. They're hosting Union. Calhoun City wins the toss. They get the ball first, and there's the pass to Trell Duro for a nice first down. Excuse me. I was going to say he's 6'6". Just incredible size. Then a Nice run here from Jamea Mays. We've talked about him enough.
Love that
16
kid.
yards for the touchdown. Next drive, Calhoun City showing off their defense with this pick from Xavier Pittman.
Oh, baby.
But they are forced to punt. So Union back with the ball, trying to find an answer for this Calhoun City team. And here goes this run from Xavier Bowler. And not a whole lot of scoring in these highlights, but it does end up being a high scoring and a one possession game. Ball unfortunately doesn't bounce Calhoun City's way. They fall 34-26 to Union, and their amazing season ends in the third round of the playoffs.
So what's 2A looking like?
Well, let me tell you.
Couple non-area
Union
teams?
and Charleston, I know it's a little not exciting for our viewers, but Hamilton, Calhoun City both falling, so that'll set up for a not area 2A North Half
It's
Championship.
all right, though. We got to keep you informed. All right, Biggersville and West Lowndes. Let's get to it. Coach King talking to his players before this one gets rolling. Biggersville running back Trayson Gunn, a 55-yard touchdown. Grace, Biggersville just a force to be reckoned with.
Seriously.
They had no issues with this game a few months ago. This put them up 42-0, and they ended up winning this ball game 42-8 to move on. So, who are they playing? Well, the winner of Vardaman Baldwin, and I'm going to go out on a limb here and say these Vardaman uniforms are the best. The
They are
all-white
clean. They are
Ram,
clean.
so clean, man. I mean,
Maybe you should get one.
I might have to.
Could they hook you up with one? I'd love to see you wear one.
The opening kickoff was muffed by the Bearcats. Sorry, I guess we have some highlights behind you. We've been messing around a bit. Bentley Hamilton goes in for the score. Rams take a quick 7-0 lead. Bearcats on offense now. Dylan Johnson tosses it to Haston Nelson for a short gain. Baldwin forced to give the ball back to Vardaman. Brady White rolls deep, finds Andrew Easley. Nice catch, first and goal. And the handoff to Ethan Parker takes it in. The senior makes it 14-0 Rams. They win 27-20. So what does that mean for 1A?
Sweet potatoes.
Sweet potatoes,
That's
a little,
what that
little bit
means.
of cinnamon and some marshmallows.
We got Biggersville and Vardaman, all area 1A North Half. I'm pretty pumped about this one.
There we go. Can't wait. Bart Scott, can't wait. And we are not even close to done here on EndZone. We got some MIS Championship and West Alabama. Don't go anywhere.
Welcome back into EndZone. We got some MAIS State Championship
Love to
action.
see it.
Sharky Sequina taking on Calhoun Academy. First quarter, Cougars turn it over on downs, but they get it right back thanks to Lane Watts. Nice little gain after the pick to set up that Cougar offense. Quarterback Coley Denton gets the snap, and he's full steam ahead, shaking off defenders like it's nothing.
I think 4 defensive players touched him on that play.
Yeah, and he still made it 30 yards into the end zone. Pretty crazy. Cougs up 6-0, baby shark. Cougars knocking on the door again, and it's Denton. Takes off just short of the goal line. He shoved out of bounds there about the 1, but no worries. He gets it on the very next play. Calhoun Academy up 12-zip. Cougs back with the ball after recovering their own onside kick, and it sets up for this Easton Dishman 12-yard touchdown. They're up 20-0 at the half, but hey, guess what? Sharky came all the way back. Final play of the game to win it, and no one can make the tackle. Walk-off touchdown. Sharky wins 32-26. Just a really devastating loss for Calhoun Academy, but congrats to Benny Bryant on his first season.
Man, tough scene for them, man. All right, Gordo and Geraldine, Class 3A. Geraldine, quite the name. When we arrived, it was 14-13. Gordo fails to get the long pass there. Would have been a touchdown. Falls incomplete. Now Geraldine's Carlos Mann punches it in to put the Bulldogs up 21-13. And this one, a little bit of a back-and-forth battle. And Geraldine ends up winning it 42-34. So Gordo's season ends. So, all right.
We don't have anybody in that game, so we
Nope.
can keep on moving. And then Locust Fort topped Sologent 54-21. And we also don't have any area teams in that game, unfortunately.
Fife. Not a lot of vowels either in the school Fife.
But I can tell you one area team that will be moving on, and it is indeed Pickens County. They were able to top Winterboro 32-23. A really intense back and forth game between the Tornadoes, but they end up getting the win 32-23.
And now we know that Pickens County is going to end up playing.
Oh, excuse me, I'm sorry. 38-29. I know we were corrected that.
all
I
right.
did not I'm terrible.
It's all good because we know who they're going to play, and it's Wadley who beat
My
South
goodness.
Lamar 81-27. That's not a typo. So we got Wadley and Pickens County in that 1A state title game. All right, coming up next, we will have our teams of the night. Grace, team of the night?
Gotta go with Houston, making it back to the north half again.
Look at them, man. And I got the Starkville Yellow Jackets. Thank you so much. Have a good night.
WCBI Sports EndZone Show is brought to you by Jax, Carl Hogan Toyota, Wade Incorporated, Southern Housing, and Clark Beverage Group.